So today on the Silly Vicar show, we're answering the question, or having a go of answering the question, if God made everything, who made God?
Ah.
So hello and welcome to the Silly Vicar show, and today we're talking about the question, if God made everything, who made God?
Ah.
Here we are. So the reason we're doing that is there was a guy in the school I used to work in, and he never actually listened to the answer to that question, because he always came up to me and said, I got a question for you, if God made everything, who made God? And then went, and then used to walk off. So he used to go, and then walk off. And it is a question we all think about, you know, if God made everything, who made God? Oh, that wasn't very good. You're going to go, like that. Like that, yeah. So it is something we think about. And really, what it comes down to is if we think about where Andrew comes from, he comes from me. Where do I come from? I come from my parents. I don't want to think about that too much. I'm sure Andrew doesn't want to think about where he comes from too much either. And if we go back and back and back and back and back, no. Yeah, sorry, that's
you
just...
painted a disgusting image of my
Oh, thank you for that. Oh, right, thank you for that. Okay, so I've just disgusted Andrew out of existence now, right? Yeah. But if we go back and back and back and back, everything has to have a cause. So everything is caused by something, right? It doesn't matter what it is, it all has a cause.
Put
That's
in the comments below something that doesn't have a cause.
Yeah, put in the comments below something that doesn't have a cause. Okay?
That isn't God.
That isn't God, right? Have a think about it. So, the first people to think, the only answers to this question is either the universe is eternal, so it's always been here, right? Or God is eternal and he's always been there. So we have two options. Either universe has always existed, or God has always existed and the universe has a beginning. Now back in the Egyptian time, well not Egyptian, sorry, back in the Greek times in 500 BC, the atomists, who were a type of Greek philosopher, they thought that the universe had always existed and the universe as we understand it now had come about by accident. So the universe had always been there, except it's as it is now purely by accident at 500 BC. Now that sounds like a familiar idea. If you remember back in June we did that experiment where we worked out how the circumference of the Earth. The guy who worked that experiment out thought that the universe had always existed. And St. Paul, when he speaks to the people in Athens back in the New Testament times, they would have asked him that same question. You know, they would have thought that the universe had always existed, because they would have been those types of Greek philosophers. And there's little parts of the New Testament that reference that as well. So really, for thousands and thousands of years, nobody knew whether the universe had always existed or that the universe had a beginning. So, but what happened was in the 1960s, they found something called the cosmic background radiation, which demonstrates that the universe did have a beginning. And astrophysicists today, most of them will tell you that the universe did have a beginning.
Rajesh. Rajesh.
Rajesh, yeah, Rajesh from Big Bang Theory, he knows about that, he's an astrophysicist. So, if the universe had a beginning, then we know that the universe is not eternal, so, therefore, the universe must have a cause. So if the universe can't pop into existence out of nothing, then it must have a cause. So the question really, the answer is, who made God, is that God is eternal and has always been there. So God caused the universe to come into existence. So that's what that's all about. If you want a little bit more about it, I'll put some interesting, more professional videos in the comments below.
You know those slapper band things? If you always wondered what's inside them, I found out.
Oh, right. What is it? You brick... anyway, okay, now we've destroyed the slapper band, right? Yeah?
No, there was a hole in it.
There was a hole in it. Excellent.
We'll
okay.
put it back in.
We put it back in. So, thank you for that, for the slapper band. So, in summary, again, we have two choices. Either the universe is eternal or God is eternal. And we know the universe isn't eternal because we know it has a beginning in the Big Bang. So that's the answer to the question, I think. So, let us know what you think. Have any more answers, any other questions? Put them in the comments below. So we'll see you next time on the Silly Vicar Show.